Hello, and welcome to a new video. Long time no see. Oh, which is not my fault. I know what you're talking about. What do you mean I abandoned YouTube for like months? Anyway, I want to do a bit of a creative, little like artsy craftsy vlog because it's just been itching, to be creative and to make something and to do something and to like be creative. Okay, I'm editing the video, and I realized that I never said like what artsy craftsy things we were going to do. So let me just come in here and tell you what I'm doing. So my idea was to make like an artsy craftsy vlog because there were a couple of things I wanted to do, because mostly I got into sewing. I got a sewing machine off of Facebook Marketplace a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to get into sewing. When I started filming this video, I had already had my sewing machine for a while. I was just scared to like start using it, if that makes sense. And so I hadn't used it yet. And so my idea with this video was to like make my first little project on the sewing machine. But the very first thing I did in the video was do my nails. So that's why my nails are hot pink all of a sudden, but I forgot to like film me doing my nails. So there's no footage of me doing my nails. Then my idea was to make a little dish for some of my sewing stuff, because I had a sewing machine, but I didn't have any like pins, I didn't have any clips, I didn't have like fabric scissors or anything other than a sewing machine. And so I was like, you know what? I had seen a TikTok of a girl who was like showing off her like hobby stuff, all her different hobbies and whatnot. And she had a little like dish with all her pins and needles in there. And I was like, oh my god, that is so cute. I also want to do that. And I have air drying clay, and I had been wanting to start to like use it, but I didn't know for what. And so I was like, you know what? Oh my god, perfect. I'm gonna make a dish out of the clay. And that's kind of where we leave and where the next clip comes in. I'd done my nails. I was going to make a dish, like a little bowl or something, out of air dry clay, and I was going to paint it in the video too, but because I quickly gave up on the clay, there's no painting in this vlog. So the next clip is me opening my Amazon packages, which contain sewing stuff. Okay. Enjoy. Okay. I quickly gave up on the clay. Anyway, my packages came in. So let me show you guys what I got. The little clips. And I think I'm gonna put these in like just a glass jar. So cute. Just little clips. And then for the big one, because it came in two, we have fabric scissors. And these should come with, yeah, a measuring tape. Great. And then we have little nippers. Are they oily? Yeah. Okay, yuck. But, okay, I'm gonna have to clean those because they're yucky. And the fabric scissors. Oh, these feel nice. And then, what is this? I think, no, what more? Oh, that's, I think the tailor's chalk. So the pins. Yeah. Tailor's chalk. And then last but not least, we got some interfacing, because I'm gonna make a bag. I got a bag pattern off of Etsy. It's not like the bestie bag, but it's that same sort of shape of like the what's it called, like the Uniqlo little bag, the Baggu kind of bag, like that shape, because I have two bags in that shape. One is a Uniqlo knockoff and one is Uniqlo. And originally because I have my little black bag and I really like it, and so I've been wanting to get it in like different colors and like whatnot. And then for Christmas I asked for the bigger quilted Uniqlo bag, and I didn't get it for Christmas, but when I got my job, I did get it for myself because I'm like, and I justified it by, like, when I go to work, like, I need to bring lunch. And a lunchbox isn't gonna fit in my little black bag, so I needed to get a bigger bag, and so I got the Uniqlo quilted one, because I had been wanting to get it. However, what I didn't realize is that the Uniqlo bags have a, what's it called? A nylon strap, I think it's called. I think it's called nylon. The, like, plasticky, smooth kind of strap, whereas my Uniqlo knockoff, the brand is unique, so, like, it's very clearly a knockoff. The little black bag I have has a, like, fabric strap, so it just stays in place on my shoulder, which I didn't realize until I had gotten my quilted Uniqlo bag in the mail, that it was, like, the nylon webbing, and I really do not like that. And now that I'm gonna start sewing, I'm like, you know what? I'll just make my own bag, because I don't know if you can see it, but I got some fabric over there that I got at the thrift store, and I got gingham bed sheets, so I'm gonna make a bag out of my gingham bed sheets that I got at the thrift store. But I wanted it to have some sort of structure, and so I got some interfacing for that. That's all I got. I threw away the clay. The little tray, I'm just gonna buy a little trinket dish at the thrift store, because holy fuck, do I not like working with clay. Tomorrow, we can just start cutting out the fabric, and then we can start sewing, and I'm so excited. I'm a little scared, because I haven't really figured out the tension on my sewing machine, and all that. Okay, I forgot to film my first stitch, but I just did the first stitch of the bag. I think I did film me ironing on all the interfacing, and then I took a break because long story short, I had to long story short, I had to go get thread because I only had, like, this big gloss, I don't know, of polyester thread, and I thought polyester thread wouldn't be good to use because I need to iron it at multiple stages, and so I didn't want to use polyester thread because in my mind, like, polyester is plastic. That's a fact, and plastic melts. So in my head, I couldn't use polyester thread, and so I had to go to the fabric store to get thread, and then she ended up selling me polyester anyway, because apparently it's fine. So I spent $4 on polyester thread while I have polyester thread. But I'm back. I just did the first stitch. You can't see white on white. Can you see that? Not really, but she's not looking too shabby. She looks better than I expected. So I'm very excited. My camera's dying, so I can't show you my next stitch, but I'm gonna sew the, like, pocket. This is going to be a pocket on one of, oh, hello, the, like, sides. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and then I'm gonna charge my camera. Maybe I'll film on my phone, but I don't know when I'm gonna see you again. So I don't know. Okay. Hello. When did we last talk? I think when I had just finished step 1, which was this pocket, and I'm now on step 5, which is sewing the zipper onto the outside, and I'm about to sew the zipper onto the lining, I think that's the next step. But the past couple of steps have been to sew the zipper pocket. So now we have that, and it's going really well. When I sewed over the, like, zipper part here, it stopped and it made a really scary noise, and so I thought I'd broken the machine, but honestly, she's fine. The needle is fine. so I guess it was just too thick for her to sew through. We had a little hiccup in the process because after I'd gotten the pattern, it's from Sew Stitchery, the Half Moon Round sling bag. I had gotten 2 zippers, one that was longer and one that was 16 centimeters because the pattern said so. However, what I didn't realize is that meant 16 centimeters from, like, the zipper teeth had to be 16 centimeters and not the, like, fabric, which in hindsight, like, makes sense, but I was like, well, there's, like, seam allowance and whatnot, so 16 centimeters. So I couldn't use the small zipper for my, like, zipper pocket, and so I had to use the big zipper, and then I had to go look for, like, a bigger zipper, which I think that was probably a blessing in disguise, because I think, like, if you look at this zipper, it's very small and, like, thin, and I was a little worried that was gonna be too flimsy for, like, the big outside zipper, and so I ended up taking apart the zipper on this, like, fanny pack that we had, that, as you can see, used to be bright pink with bright yellow pineapples, and then I tried to paint it black, which didn't really work, and since then, like, we've just talked about throwing that bag away, but just never have. So I seam ripped the zipper, and I've used that for the bag. So we got a zipper. And I was a little worried, because if I had to go get a new big zipper, I wouldn't be able to continue today, which I really do. I thought it was going to be really, really complicated, but so far, it's been quite easy. However, I think that once I start sewing the, like, strap and the little tab thingies, that's when it gets complicated. Because I'm doing, I don't know, you'll see when we get there. Right now, I'm just gonna continue this step, and then I'll talk to you later. Okay, I ran into a bit of a hiccup. It was going really well. Like, I had made the strap, I was working on the second strap, and, where is it? Oh, it fell to the floor. But then my bobbin ran out, and so I had to rewind it. But then it ate my fabric, and now there's a thread stuck. Like, the bobbin is out. It's right here. It's not the, like, top thread, because that one's, like, not even down to the plate. But, like, let me show you. Like, this thread is stuck somewhere, and I can't fucking get it out. Oh. That's the big strap done, and now we need to turn it inside out, which was already hard with the small one, so I don't even want to think about how this is gonna go. Alright, it's the next day, and let's do a little recap to see what I got done yesterday. This is how far we are with the bag. The only thing I need to do is attach the strap and the gusset. So, and I think at this point I'm going to deviate from the pattern a little bit, because I'm pretty sure in the pattern the next step is to add the strap and then the gusset, but I think I'm gonna add the gusset first and then the strap, because in my head that just makes more sense. And I was watching a video this morning of someone who sewed the Bestie bag, which is not the pattern I got, but I think she also kind of deviated from the pattern a little bit, and I really liked how her bag looked. So I think for the upcoming steps, I'm going to do that. So we're going to sew the gusset first, and then attach the straps, which are looking really good, like this. The pattern I'm following does have an option for an adjustable strap, but different from how I want to do it. So I've just kind of been winging it, and the like slider I got, the buckle, whatever, I got at the thrift store without like measuring, and then when I was reading the pattern, I was like, oh, that's not gonna fit. The strap is gonna be too small, and so I had to do some math, which I'm not good at, but it is literally perfect. Like, it's so good. So I think the last thing I filmed was either me struggling turning these straps inside out, or it was my machine messing up after that, because the bobbin ran out, but whoever wound up the bobbins before I got this machine did it like double, so it looks like a full bobbin, but it's not, because half of it is one color and then the other half is another color, and so it kind of just ran out of the white that I'd been using the whole time without any problems, and then I had to wind the bobbin myself, and the thread I'm using is a little thicker than the thread that was on the bobbin, and so when I put it back in, there were like tension issues, and I haven't resolved those yet. So the strap on the inside, I don't know if you can see that, but she's looking a little wonky. She has some loops, and she's a little wonky. So I'm gonna try to resolve that, but I've top stitched all the straps, and so let's see if I can demonstrate. This is going to be on the front of the bag, and then one of these sides is going to be on the back, like this, and then it's going to, and then I can just adjust this top strap. That's gonna be the strap. So now the only thing I have to do, like I said, is attach the gusset and attach the straps, and then I'm done. That's so crazy to say. I thought this project would take way longer than it did. I think we're mostly done. Well, oh, you like my bag? Thanks, I made it. Oh my god, she's so cute. Oh my god. I love her. I love her. I'm gonna go show my mom.